Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so coming on live. I don't expect it to be a lot of people to jump in, but anybody that does, figure we talk about today post First CrossFit competition, how I'm feeling, what's going on, all the good stuff. So yesterday I had my first CrossFit competition down in Oceanside, California. It was a pretty nice event, small local competition. The owner that at the gym I train at, he actually, his brother was hosting the event, and I got second place. I was excited about that. It wasn't like a ton of competitors, so it's not like, not like I'm doing no international CrossFit competitions or nothing like that yet, but hey, we take it. Second place is solid. What up, Jerm? What's good, brother? Yeah, man, I was excited about it. I was really, I don't want to say nervous, but I was definitely anxious to get it started. I've been training really hard. I've been really pushing myself to the limit. Between training my clients, I just got a promotion as a general manager at NutriShop, and then also training for this. I really been pushing my body to the limits here, between my sleep, still being a dad, still up in my responsibilities, trying not to slip at my job, trying not to slip with clients, things like that, taking in new clients, all the things. So I gotta give myself a pat on the back. I'm proud of that. I'm definitely excited for the next competition, which probably won't be till next year. However, we just take it one day at a time. We take it one step at a time. Starting off, first thing I wanted to talk about, or at least say thank you to Richard Hernandez, was the owner for the gym, Pacifico Athletics. They did an amazing job hosting the competition. The judges were all super cool. Although we had some issues with some of the competitors being upset about some of the scoring or the judging or whatever, I thought it was an excellent job. Thank you for them for being gracious hosts, and definitely looking forward to doing that, rumbling again. That hill was no joke. So yeah, I definitely don't look forward to doing that again, but I would definitely be excited to come back down and go at it again. Maybe do a partner team, something like that for next year. So definitely want to shout them out. Definitely want to shout out the gym that I'm training out of, Evernox. Coach Mike Hernandez has always been a great coach. Definitely helped motivate me, keep me on point. At times when I thought I wasn't going to be able to do certain things, he kept me focused. Kept the strategy rolling for me, even at times where I was kind of messing up things or making little mistakes here and there. We had some curveballs thrown at us. I'll talk about that as well too. He definitely kept me on point. And it's always like, I'm a coach, but even coaches know they need coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, no player has ever gone into the game, even the greats, LeBron, Kobe, Shaq, Magic Johnson, like all these people needed great coaches to be there with them, because sometimes you just need another set of eyes to kind of help you navigate and explore how to do it, how to do things correctly. You have a strategy, but sometimes things happen, things change. So I appreciate Mike for being that for me. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the next one for sure. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. Mike was telling me, when you get into this, it's either it's gonna make it for you or break it for you right away. Like, you'll know whether you love it or whether you hate it right away. So I already know I'm probably pretty addicted at this point. So yeah, second place. I'm excited about that. What's going on, Ashley? Definitely happy about that, because I did put in the work. And the guy that beat me, he's a veteran of CrossFit. He's been doing it for years. Like, I didn't expect to come in there and like get first place. Like, I'm not that cocky of a person. I also think coming in second place definitely is good to humble me, because I definitely feel like there's more work that needs to be done. There's things I could definitely be better at. I definitely have a lot of weaknesses. As strong as I am physically, I think my engine, my endurance could use some work. So there's still more work to be put in. So I definitely could do better. So I'm not disappointed. I definitely surprised myself in a couple of events. So I'm definitely excited about getting back to the drawing board and putting in more work. This week, I'll probably take like a little bit of a deload, de-stress week, let my body recover, because I'm feeling the aches, the pains, my shoulder, my lats, my back, all the things. So yeah, Shout out to, the people, even right now. I didn't expect nobody to even see this right now. I was just recording it before I go into work. So I appreciate y'all for coming in and supporting the boys. So, yeah. All right, so let's talk about the first event out of the day. That was the one I actually did the best in. It's the only event I came in first place in. Going into the competition, I knew I was going to smash this event. And the main reason why, I'm not really a runner. Anybody that knows me knows I ran track in high school and college. I'm not a distance runner, but I am a sprinter. So the two portions of the race that were comprised of running, the first part was a 1,000 meter jog to start off, right? I'm not a 800 or mile runner, so that was pretty tough. Out the gates, get your heart rate up, a lot of volume on the ground. And the guys that I was with, they were two smaller guys. They were runners. They could run like all day. If you let them, they'll run all day. So they got out in front of me pretty quickly. So I was in third place coming back from the 1,000 meter run. However, when we got to the barbell, it was 25 clean and jerks at 155 pounds. Now, I'm 220 pounds. So to me, 155 pounds is nothing. I could cycle that all day. So I ended up catching up to them and passing them at the 25 clean and jerks at 155 pounds. And I think one of the competitors in particular, the guy who came in first place, he stayed focused, he stayed poised. I could tell he didn't get ruffled. The second competitor, I think that took his heart, because he was actually in first place overall for the run. And then when we got to the barbell, I think he kind of fell apart. And so I feel like I took his heart a little bit there. And so I could see the frustration on his face when I kind of passed him. Then the third part of the event was burpees over a steeple. So anybody that's ever ran track, think of like a steeplechase. You have to jump over the steeple, complete a burpee, then jump back over the steeple. Your feet cannot touch the side of the steeple. It has to jump straight over the top part of the hurdle. Like, you can't touch the sides at all. You have to just clear the top part of the hurdle and then drop into a burpee straight away. So it's 20 burpees over steeple. Bro, that part, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, whew. I had a little bit of a lead. I had about a 6 or 7 burpee lead on the guy that ended up winning. His name was Jaime. I had a little bit of a lead on him, but he was so persistent, and I respect his game, because to me, he was not great at anything, but he was good at everything. There was nothing he was fantastic with, but he never had no quit. He had that dog in him, and I respect, to me, I'm like, okay, if you gonna model your game after somebody, you got to model your game after that. He was good at everything. Nothing he was great, but everything he was really good at. And I think that's the difference in CrossFit is, a guy like me, I'm really strong, but I have to get my fitness up in other areas. I have to get my skill set up in other areas. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Then last but not least, it was listed as a 200 meter sprint straight up this hill, like a 10% grade incline hill. But I swear this hill had to be 300 meters. So Richard Hernandez, owner of Pacifico, you lied like a motherfucker, because that hill was something I seen the videos that he posted of it, and it didn't do it justice, man. When we were running this hill, oh man, I swear, I was on this thing for a solid, you're running uphill for a solid 3 minutes. So just imagine running straight uphill for 3 minutes straight, no breaks, just straight uphill, and just one step at a time. You're not going fast. You're trying to sprint it. I'm a sprinter. But yeah, 200 flat is crazy, right? So you've run the flat 200 before, right? So even that is a long sprint. If you've ever been a sprinter, you really only sprint, if you do 100 meters, you might sprint about 40 meters. A 200 meter sprint is almost impossible, because you can't hold 100% for that long. That's how intense it is. So now imagine it uphill. So then, and it had to be 250, 300 meters. Not only that, it was gravel, loose gravel. So then you slipping on rocks, you trying to push, you trying to dig. Luckily, I had enough of a lead to where nobody was really threatening me. And I was a little bit faster, sprint-wise, than these guys. So I could kind of pull it off pretty safely. So I did do well in that race. So I finished first place in that race. But literally after, I felt like I had ran an 800 meter, or a 400 meter, my whole body was ready to shut down. So I was on the ground, laid out, stretched out, I had just been shot. Because I already know, bruh, I was just dead. For a solid 20 minutes, I was dead. I didn't have nothing in me. If they would have told me, little man is in trouble, I'm like, damn, get his mama, because I'm dying over here. Shout out to Tone. That's my cousin over there. Appreciate you for joining in, brother. Yeah, so that was the first event. So it was solid. So then right after the first event, they set up for what they call a floater event. The floater event is the event that I thought I would struggle with the most, because it's a lot of the stuff I'm not really great at. So the things on the bar like a gymnast would do. So like toes to bar, chest to bar pull-ups, and muscle-ups. Like, I'm a bigger guy. A lot of the CrossFit guys are like 5'6", 5'7", 150, 160 pounds. So they could do pull-ups and chest to bars and toes to bar and stuff like that all day. Guy like me, I'm not going to be on the bar that long. Like, it's about business. I got stuff to do, and then I'm out of here. So this race, I actually surprised myself. The heat, if you ever ran track, the events are listed at a certain time, so you know you have to be ready around a certain time. But the times were, they didn't have enough staff to where they could keep us alert of like how close we are with the times. So honestly, I really didn't even get a long warm up. I might have warmed up for like 6 or 7 minutes. Like, I really just did a couple shoulder exercises. I did like a couple things. I hit the bar a couple times just to kind of get my body prepared to be on the bar. I put my grips on, and then it was straight to work. And I actually did a lot better. I surprised myself in this event. So this is the one event, even though I didn't come in first, I was really proud of my performance, because I never have completed the workout perfectly all the way through in training. During training, I never, so when Richard or Dick listed the workouts, he listed 21, 15, and 9. So 21 toes to bar, 15 chest to bar pull-ups, 9 muscle-ups. You complete that in 4 minutes. Then if you have any time left, you do sandbag cleans, right? On the week that the meet was scheduled, he changed the workout to 21, 15, and 12 muscle-ups. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but them 3 muscle-ups could be the difference between like finishing or not finishing. So my goal was just, I just want to get to the sandbag clean. Even if I only do 1, just get to the sandbag clean. I didn't have a great warm-up. I was definitely tired from that first race, you know what I'm saying? So I was fatigued. My body was like, you know how you feel after you run like a really intense race. Like, you're not necessarily completely gassed, but you feel like, oh yeah, I did some stuff, so I'm dead. I got on the bar. I did the toes to bar. I broke it up. Instead of doing 21 straight, I did 12 and then 9. And then my goal was to do 5, 5, and 5 on the chest to bars. I did 5, 5, then I did like 3, and then I did 2 on the chest to bars. And so that went pretty well. Then came the muscle ups, and I've been having like some lat issues and some shoulder issues on this right shoulder. So I feel like since that's happened, my muscle ups have been trash. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like a technique thing, but also like my body just not responding well. So I have to almost throw myself over and get my shoulder over the bar. And it's ugly technique, but I mean, they don't tell you how to do it. They just say, do it. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. Was it a specific order for each event, or could I choose the order? Initially at check-ins, when the athletes are checking in, you could choose whether you wanted to do the floater event right after your first event or before the second event that was scheduled. I chose to go right after the first event because I figured if I did it before the last event, I'd be too gassed. Like, it's too much time. Like, it's not enough time in between events to be well rested for the last event. And I'll talk about the last event, and that's kind of where it all fell apart for me, was the last event. But anyway, I got through the chest to bars and I got to muscle ups. Did the muscle ups one at a time, and it was ugly, but we got them done. Pulled off 12, and then I had like a few seconds left to do like 2 sandbags for the rest of the event. Then you have 2 minutes to rest. Then you have to perform a 3-rep max deadlift. And so I was feeling decent. Like, I wasn't feeling too fatigued, because I think breaking up the muscle ups helped me to not feel too fatigued. So I was like, okay, I could probably push, pretty heavy on the deadlifts. So I ended up pulling 480 for 3 for my max deadlift. The only thing was, I was the first competitor to go. So the guy who won was literally sitting right behind me watching how heavy I went. So all he did was plan his deadlifts to where he was just going to be 5 pounds heavier than me. Which, in retrospect, I probably could have pulled heavier, but I didn't know. I wanted to be safe and like, hey, I know I can make this specific weight. Like, in training, I had failed at 475. But, you know, when the competitive juices get going, it's like, you know, your energy takes over, the adrenaline takes over. So I was like, okay, cool. I could probably pull, you know, 480, no problem. So I did 480. He did 485. So he ended up winning the event. And he did more sandbag cleans and stuff than I did too. So he won that event, which he got double points for winning both events for sure. So much respect to him. He was a dog. He was a beast. And, you know, to me, I'm competitive, but I'm the type of competitive now where, like, it's not going to ruin my day taking an L because I know I did my best. And I'm not upset about that. I'm definitely excited about that for sure. So, yeah. So then we had like a little bit of a break, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. Then the last event was 100 wall balls and 100-meter farmer's carry with 70-pound kettlebells in each hand. You start off with the 100-meter kettlebell carry. Then you come straight to the wall. But instead of an actual wall ball, they only had slam balls at 30 pounds. Anybody that knows the difference between a wall ball and a slam ball, the wall balls have a little bit of bounce back. So when you hit the wall, they come back to you. The slam ball has no bounce back. So you have to catch it like fielding a punt in football. Like it drops straight down into your breadbasket. So it kind of messes up the rhythm of the wall balls. So this is the event I think my rookie inexperience kind of showed. We also had a third competitor in my heat. And, man, he was hot about something that the judge did or said, or I don't know, something. So he was kind of cussing out the refs and the judges and stuff like that. And I'm like, it kind of distracted me from my focus. If I could have just stayed locked in, it might have got me a first place finish or at least a tie. And then we would have had like a sudden death event. But, you know, no shame in my game. I did my best. I honestly put my best foot forward. I pushed as hard as I could. None of the competitors completed the event. That's how tough it was. So none of us got 100 wall balls. I think the top guy got 75 and I got 61. And really the only reason I only got 61 is because I did 35 on the first round. The second round I did 2 reps, and then the third rep I threw the ball on the wall and it just dropped straight down and I couldn't catch it. It's 30 pounds dropping fast and I just couldn't catch it in my hands to, like, you know, I just fumbled it. Then on the fourth round, I did the exact same thing. I did like 2 reps and then it dropped again. I just like, all right, well, it just wasn't my day. It wasn't meant to be. So, but I'm not really disappointed. It's one of those things where like now I can train for and be prepared for whatever the experience might be. So overall, man, I'm not disappointed. My performance was good. Could it be better? Of course. Could I improve on things? Of course. So I think that's the whole point, is to see where you're at. And then you can kind of learn from that and glean what the next step is. And that's kind of the main focus, is what is the next step. So for me, my next step, keep training, keep showing you guys what I'm into. I feel like a lot of you guys see me training with my clients, or you see me lifting and working out sometimes. But when I have these type of events, I definitely plan on going live more often so you guys can kind of glean in and see what's going on. What's good, Mike Neff? What's going on, brother? Yeah, man, it was a really good time. Again, shout out to the host of the event. Shout out to my coaches, all of my teammates that competed as well too. We had a couple people get first place. I had a few girls get second and third place. My girlfriend was there. She got 4th place in her first competition, which is amazing because she felt like trash and wanted to quit like 2 weeks out. And I'm super proud of her too for staying with it and persevering. So, you know, yeah, it feels good. It feels good to, like, even at this big age of, like, still being able to compete and push yourself to another level and learn new skills. And you're not competing necessarily against the other people like that. You're more so competing against yourself and seeing what you can do. And I really am proud of that. So, but we're going to keep pushing. And next time, hopefully, I come back and get a W for you guys. So, yeah. Other than that, this is enough of me yapping about yesterday. I'll probably be posting more videos today and stuff like that. Some pictures of what we experienced yesterday with the crew. Again, it was 2 brothers out there, but both of us one was on a team. He got 2nd place on his team. They did really good too, and then it was me. So, you know, we trying to represent for the black fellas out there, because it don't be a lot of us in these CrossFit events, but, you know, we're going to stand up, we're going to show out, we're going to do our thing for sure. So, yeah. Other than that, I got to get into work. I appreciate you for dropping in to the live, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.